My husband had a 3-month affair, physical and emotional, with a coworker right after I'd given birth to our 3rd child. I found out 6 months after the fact when I was already struggling with losing baby weight, stress, exhaustion, etc., and I only found out because the AITA told me. I confronted my husband about it and he confessed. I considered leaving him, but he seemed remorseful, starting helping out more around the house, coming home early, being more involved with the kids, treating me like I was special again. But it never really stopped hurting that he'd cheating despite him doing everything right by the book. It just didn't feel sincere anymore. Nothing really touched me in terms of what he said or did, even though he was trying. Last year I went back to work because I realized that being a mom wasn't for me anymore, because I still didn't trust my husband to provide or continue providing. He was against it initially, but I told him it was that or divorce. I told my husband that I had to work late, just like what he'd done to me, and slept with a guy that works at the bar across the road from my workplace. I don't regret it at all. For the first time I feel attractive in a while. I got my self-esteem back and I feel a lot less resentful towards my husband, and he's noticed this. He attributes this to being back at work and having a sense of purpose. It's done wonders for us working things out. I got my libido back. I don't plan on telling him either. It's not going to happen again. It was just very cleansing for me. I don't know if that trust will ever be there back to normal now that I know what we're both capable of, but I'm ready to start reinvesting in the marriage again. I'm posting here because I just wanted to get it off my chest, I guess. I don't care if it makes me as bad as him or whatever, which is the common argument here. Just wanted to share a different perspective that I don't regret revenge cheating. Comment 1. I want to be angry about your reaction, but I got 2 things out of it. First, it seems your marriage is doing better. If the root cause of that was your infidelity, then I think there is no issue here. Second, I am still a firm believer of 2 wrongs don't make a right, but that I totally understand why you would do this. I asked my ex if I could sleep with another girl and that I would let them both know what was going on. But you know what? I don't want to. She says she would take me back if I cheated, but you don't know until the situation comes up. I just wish you would tell him. You came here to get it off your chest, so can I assume there is still guilt in the equation even if you say you don't regret it? I really want to know how he would react. Would he understand or leave you like a hypocrite? Op. It's off my chest. I got what I needed anonymously. Maybe I'll find out his reaction, maybe I won't. I'll update if I ever do. But right now, I am happy I did something for me. Comment 2. You just did to your husband what my wife did to me. I was the cheater, and after my confession I was tossed into the street. I shacked up with the AP for about a week, realized what I had done and begged forgiveness. She thought about it for a day or so and gave me the conditions. Complete NC with AP, done. We go into MC and I go into IC, done. Stay separated until she feels safe, done. She wanted to go on a date, not with me. There I freaked. I begged. A week later, she was on a mission. He worked at her office, took her to a bar, then a motel. Mission accomplished. I ghosted her. Called her every name in the book. She said, "Now you know how I feel." Not pleasant, is it? I knew the hurt I caused. We reconciled and put it all behind us. 30 years ago, now married for 40 years. I think you should tell your husband. Let him know that this is also detritus from his affair. It would have never happened had he thought better of sleeping with someone else. Comment 3. I don't know what most of you are being so feisty for. She got betrayed in the worst way possible. She was at a time in his life when she needed him most and now has to look back on what were supposed to be joyous moments and feel rage. And so be it that she had to duck somebody to help herself get over it. Who is anybody to judge? And do you really think her husband gives a duck? Do you think her husband isn't going to cheat on her again? Is he just so ducking perfect because he got found out? And she hasn't yet. Do you think she really gives a duck if she gets found out? All I can say is there are tons of people in the world that cheat. Y'all act like it's something ducking unheard of. It's been this way since the beginning of time. Just used to men cheated on women for the most part. It will never end. There will always be cheaters. Some cheat just because they're compulsive cheaters who don't give a duck about their spouse. Some cheat to get back at their spouse. Some cheat because of emotional BS they think they feel for the other person. And I bet money that in America there is a cheater in almost every couple. I've seen cheaters in all ducking walks of life. Old retired men. Cops. Teachers. Ducking immigrants running a damn donut shop. Mechanics. Drug addicts. Teenagers. Guys who've done it for years and their wives have never found out. Guys who done it for decades and their wives just learn how to live with it. Women who don't give a duck and just duck any guy who come their way. My point is, do you really not realize how many people cheat in this world? And if you've been cheated on more than once by the same person, odds are it's never gonna end. People just need to quit the bullshit fairy tale shit and see that facts are facts. Most men can't keep it in their pants and a lot of women can't keep their ducking legs closed. That is the way it is. It sucks for the monogamous people who expect their partner to be monogamous. There could be so much time saved if cheaters just stayed out of relationships. It's not fair, but unfortunately that is the way it is these days, but I feel no pity for her husband. And as long as she doesn't continue cheating and it has helped her mentally be able to get over it and work on her marriage, I don't see anything at all wrong with it. I don't know her, but I do know the pain of being cheated on. And yeah, I revenge cheated after he cheated on me twice. And I told his dumbass. But what does it even matter? I guess it would matter to a person who is not a compulsive cheater. Anyway, I've learned through the years that life is not white and black. I have seen so many people cheat and so many people get cheated on. It really is ridiculous. And if people can work through it without revenge cheating, that is great. And even if the person only ducks up one time and cheats and never does it again, that is way better than some people out there. I don't know what's wrong with this world. I think it came from the notion that we are monogamous creatures. Some of us are, but I don't think it's the majority. I'm not even speaking for myself. I don't like to cheat. It gives me no thrill. No high. I don't care about having attention from someone else. I don't give a duck about any of that shit. If I find a guy I love and am compatible with, timely, I am happy. I have no desire to duck some other guy. But I understand revenge time, and I understand how it helps you get over a betrayal. I don't know why it does, but it does. I guess because until you do, you always feel like utter shit. I mean, the person that supposedly loves you has been lying to you for who knows how long and ducking other beaches and coming home and sticking his dick in you. With no guilt or remorse. Should he just get off scotch-free for that? Ike, maybe to some people, maybe not to other people. But who is anyone to judge anybody? Cheaters are not scam. They're just people. That's the ducked up part of it all. Some cheaters are cops who put their life on the line to protect total strangers. Some cheaters are the kindest people to anyone in need of help. Some cheaters are our moms and dads. Some cheaters are our children. Or our friends. Or brothers and sisters. These are some really confusing thoughts swirling around my head, and I'm sorry if you've made it this far, lol. Comment 4. I'm sure you're probably a little hesitant about talking about this anymore here, but I do have a bunch of questions if you don't mind. Let's talk about your affair first. Flirted with the bartender a couple of times and then what? You guys decided to go out back for a quickie in the car or the storeroom, or did you plan it all out and meet at a motel or his house? Was it full on PIV time? Passionate or rough? Did you enjoy it to orgasm? When did you clean up so your husband didn't smell it on you? This whole thing lasted what? A couple of hours? Was it just one time? What happens now when you hit happy hour with the co-workers at the same bar? You stated that it's given your S-time life with your husband a boost. Are you fantasizing about bartender during S-time with your husband? Do you masturbate thinking about the affair? You stated it was only once. Honestly? What happens if the bedroom hits a rough spot or some small thing triggers memories of your husband's affair? Do you think you could resist running back to bartender? Empowered and self-worth is incredible. Sad that it was missing from your life, but just how much do you actually think was derived from ducking the bartender? Couldn't most of this be the freedom of the new job and getting out of the cycle of Psalm with a cheating husband? Do you feel more empowered because some guy in a bar found you attractive and stuck his dick in you for a few minutes? Or is it more about that you now have a secret that you were able to duck a virtual stranger, hide it from your husband, and knowing that at any moment you could drop this secret on him and hurt him like he hurt you? Were you intimate with your husband the same day as bartender? A lot of tough questions. Op. Went to a hotel near the bar. He paid funnily enough. Very passionate, yes, did orgasm, haven't been back to the bar. I go straight home to my family now. I can resist because I got what I needed out it. It was the fact that someone could find me attractive, and also that there's still other men out there if we divorced. I have no intention of hurting my husband with this info. And no, I wasn't intimate on the same day. Comment 5. You guys are not on the same playing field. You know of his infidelity, but he knows nothing of yours. You talk of empowerment and regaining your self-worth, but that's something you're supposed to find within yourself. You said he had an emotional and physical affair. Have you asked yourself what he wasn't getting from you? Doesn't make what he did okay, not in the least, but you are now far worse than he is. Op. He just told me he took me for granted because of how busy I was with the kids. Only he never lifted a finger to help because he was the breadwinner. N.
Thanks you for watching Everyday New Movies. See you soon.